Thank you.
Yeah.
All right,
Absolutely.
it is 12 o'clock, so let me hit the record button. All right, hi everyone. I know a few people are already on the line and you've heard a little of our chit chat and banter going on. I'm Christy Bonner, Vice President of DFW Alliance of Technology and Women, and so excited to have you join us again today for this Connect Friday. So with that, we're going to get right into it because our guest speaker was back by demand, and I'm going to let Susan Slauson introduce him. Susan is our secretary for our organization, and take it away, Susan.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'm going to cut this short because I know we all want to get to the meat of the presentation, which is Terry. But I just want to let you know he is the founder of BuzzPro, which is a nationally recognized integrated marketing and social media training company. He is a guru of LinkedIn. If you joined us 3 weeks ago, you know all the great information he shared. You guys all said we want more, so we've brought him back. He's trained more than 6,000 business leaders, owners, and individuals on how to create a unique online brand that gets results. Terry, I'm going to turn it over to you. It's on your plate. Let's go.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Christy and Susan. It's an honor to be back here, and thank you so much for the invite. I just love ending my Fridays with presenting to your wonderful technology group. I'm so honored to be here. Everybody, this is a extension, as Christy said earlier, I have another recorded presentation on their group page, and you can, Christy will tell you a little bit more about that, or Susan at the end, on how to get there. To access that. But today I'm going to cover much of the same material, but after my presentation 3 weeks ago, I got a lot of questions with, hey, you gave us some great advice, but can you kind of show us and demonstrate exactly how to do those things? So I've woven in some of the how-tos. So I'm going to bounce back and forth between my presentation deck here and then also into my LinkedIn profile so I can show you how to do things. So I'm going to cover 3 things very quickly today. You really need to learn how to create a search optimized profile, which is all about SEO, putting in keywords into your profile. I'm going to talk a little bit about how to develop a brand that tells people who you are, what you do, and how you can help. And then I'm also going to show you how to become an active LinkedIn user and network and create engagement. And I call that social selling, which is strategically different than social media. And I'm going to talk a lot about that in just a second here. These are, I am a certified social media strategist. I've had my company since 2010. Ever since I was laid off from a little company called Verizon, along with 27,000 others, I decided I'm not going back to the corporate world. I'm going to help as many people as I can. And I am fulfilling that goal and then some. I'm so honored to be here with you guys today. These are some of my clients that I work with, and I'm currently working with the Chief Agile Officer from Toyota up in Plano. I'm working with, I've worked with Transamerica, Up TV, which is channel 339 on DirecTV, and also they also are on they're on cable as well as on the internet. And then one of my favorite clients here is the Texas A&M, or I'm sorry, the UTA Texas Executive MBA program. And I've been working with them for 9 years, and everyone who gets their executive MBA, I'm so honored I get to work with them, those graduate students one-on-one, to help them with their brand and to basically help them with what I'm going to show you how to do today. So why LinkedIn? This is the growth curve of LinkedIn. Every second click, there's 2 new users signing up for LinkedIn. You need to be on LinkedIn because recruiters and hiring managers, and if you're trying to get some clients as a consulting company or what have you, people are going to your profile to find out who you are, what you do, and how you can help before they even think about doing business with you. And so it's really important that you start using LinkedIn in a big way, and you have a brand that tells people within 3 seconds who you are, what you do, and how you can help. So that said, as I mentioned, social selling is a term I want you to remember. It's different than social media. Social selling is all about finding, connecting, and developing relationships with your key contacts and prospects so you can inevitably take your online discussion offline. So yes, I'm going to show you how to work online with LinkedIn, but where the real magic happens is when you pick up the phone and call people and have conversations. Why is that important? Because cold calls don't work anymore. As you can see from the statistic, people, we're all getting robocalled to death, right? So 90% of the decision makers in this survey said, I am not going to talk to anyone who cold calls me, right? So in terms of privacy settings, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to go right in my profile here. Now you need to shut off your privacy settings. You need to adjust your privacy settings so you shut off your visibility before you start making a lot of changes to LinkedIn. So to do that, you click on the Me tab here. And then you click on privacy settings and privacy, and you'll see there's a few things I want to bring to your attention. Number one, under account, you want to make sure that you have the right email address. A lot of my clients will have an email address, which is their company email address. And if you get fired or laid off or what have you, and that's the only email address you have, and you get that email address shut down, which is it happens about once a month with my contacts. They call me up and say, help, you won't be able to access LinkedIn. So make sure you have a personal email address as well as the company email address. Super, super important. And the other thing I want to tell you is please, please, please turn on your two-step verification. Once a month, sometimes twice a month, one of my clients gets hacked. LinkedIn profiles are getting hacked. So make sure you turn on two-step authentication. You'll get an app you can download to your digital phone. Super simple to use. And it makes things just a lot safer, right? So a couple things I want to tell you is you want to edit your public profile before you make any changes. And let me just tell you, you have two profiles on LinkedIn. You have a personal profile, which is what you see if you are a LinkedIn member. But if you have someone who's not logged into LinkedIn or they don't have a profile, this is what they see. And you can shut off your visibility for your profile just simply by clicking on this. No, you can see my profile disappears, right? So just make yourself a note that you need to make sure you shut off the visibility for your public profile. Super, super important. And then really there's a couple others on here. Viewers of this profile also viewed. Please make sure you shut this off, leave this off. You may have gone to a profile before when you do a search and you see there are 10 people out to the side that are just like the person you looked up. So if you're looking for a recruiter in technology, there'll be 10 other, when you land on a profile, there'll be 10 other technology recruiters out to the side. Make this a no, because you never, ever, ever want to give anyone a reason to leave your brand. When you shut this off, those 10 people that typically show up on the right side of your profile will disappear. And then let me see, there's a couple other things here. Viewing options. You know, if you want to go incognito, you want to don't want people to know that you're checking out their profile. I do that all the time when I'm looking at my competition. My recruiters do it all the time because they don't want you to know they're checking you out. But you can just click on anonymous LinkedIn user and you kind of disappear and they can't tell that you've checked them out. And then the last thing I want to tell you is if you're looking for a job, make sure you go all the way down to the very bottom here where it says job seekers, and make sure that you turn on let recruiters know you're open to new opportunities and signal interest to recruiters that you're interested in looking for a job. So shut those two features on, turn them on if you're looking for a job. Now, to get back to my profile page, this is called a favorite icon. You just click on that IN right there, and that'll take you right back to your LinkedIn company page here. And then I'm going to be in my home page, and this is my home page. And so now I'm going to just toggle back to my presentation. So in terms of privacy settings, we talked about that. So just to let you know that your summary section, when you get to your profile, which is basically your online resume or your online bio, make sure that you do two things. Number one, you want to make sure, write this down, that you write your summary section in first person. Your resume is written in third person, but if you're looking for clients or you're looking for a recruiter to connect with or a hiring manager or a new job, you know, start building that rapport, that trust right away. Change, if you've written your summary section in third person and copied information from your resume into, change it. Start talking to, you know, people with your profile. Start communicating with them and start building that trust. You want to pretend as if Christy or Susan are talking to you and they go, hey, what do you do and, you know, for a living, and how can we help you? You know, start talking to people. So number one, write your summary section in first person. Number two, make sure that your paragraphs are nice and short, no more than 4 lines of copy. The other thing is you want to make sure that you're getting 3 to 5 profile views a day. You can do that on the left-hand side of your homepage. You can click on who's viewed your profile, and you'll be able to see with the free version of LinkedIn the last 5 people who have looked at your profile, as well as the companies they represent. A real nice statistic to take a look at is how many people have looked at your profile in the last 90 days. You can see I've got about 1,000, short of 1,000. So I'm hitting my target. I recently met with a job seeker who had one person who had looked at his profile in the last 90 days, and that one person who had looked at his profile was me. So he wasn't having much luck with his brand. So the point is, you should be getting 3 to 5 profile views a day. While I'm on a brand, what is a brand? A brand is the way you look, the way you act. It's all about who you are, what you do, and how you can help, right? This is my branding headline. Please stay away from a title and company name only brand, right? So there's my title, founder of BuzzPro. Big deal. What can I do for you? Integrated marketing, social selling strategist, LinkedIn trainer, speaker. Your buzz is my biz. You don't, there's no hard and fast rules. You can use keywords, you can use phrases, but the whole idea is stay away from a title, company name, and give people a reason to read more and click on see more at the very bottom of your summary here. So clean up your URL. This is some advice I gave you last time. So how do you do that? So to get to your profile, right, you click on your photo right here, and that'll take you to your profile page. And so this right here, to clean up your, or to change, if you will, your vanity URL, what you want to do is you want to click on where it says contact right here, click on contact info, and you see this is your vanity URL. When you first sign up for LinkedIn, you have a vanity URL which has a link, a dash between your first and last name. It's also got a lot of characters at the end that destroys the ability for people to find you for your #1 searchable term on the internet, which is your first and last name. So what I want you to do is click on contact info, right? And then I want you to click on that little pencil with an eraser. Okay, click on this little pencil with an eraser right here, right? Here it comes, stand by, hopefully. Yep, there it is. And then here's your vanity URL. Click on this, and when you click on it, it'll take you to a new page, and that new page in the upper right-hand corner here, hopefully it'll load pretty quickly here, you can see that right here, I can click on this little guy right here, and I can change my vanity URL to my first and last name. Please, please, please stay away from using special characters, underscores, dashes, numbers, middle initials, unless people call you by your middle initial. Okay, that will make you more searchable. Super, super, super important. So the other thing is you want to make sure you have your phone number and you make sure you have your email address in your profile. Make it easy for your key contacts and prospects to pick up the phone and call you or send you an email. If you do not want to share your personal cell phone number, I get it. So you might want to get a free Google number and put it in there that you can use for networking purposes. So the other thing I want to tell you is give prospects a reason to connect with you. This is Lisa Woodard. You can see we used her photo here. We put as much of her face in this photo as possible. I could have, I helped her land a job as Chief Marketing Officer with the insurance division of Transamerica out in Los Angeles with this branding headline. But you can see here, I put some keywords in here, Chief Marketing Officer. I spelled out CMO, right? Typically, you want to use words that people are going to use to find you, right? So some terms you want to stay away from, like leadership and management, because they have, #1, no branding or strategic branding value whatsoever. But you might, if you're a CFO, instead of spelling out Chief Financial Officer, everybody knows what a CFO is, right? Chief Financial Officer is. So they know the meaning of CFO. So, but I spell out CMO because not all my recruiters know what a CMO is. And then also, here's her top key searchable terms. And then you can also see at the very end there, I use the term Tough Mudder, right? And that's a competitive event. It's like a triathlon in the mud. Why did I put that in there? When I was talking to her, she said she loves Tough Mudder events, and that's a great thing to start conversations with. So I put it right in her branding headline. So again, it is LinkedIn. It's a social media platform. Be careful, it's different than Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat. It's different, right? It's more professional. But at the same time, you have to make it about your audience. Your brand is who you are, what you can do, and more importantly, most importantly, how you can help. All right, that's super, super important. Here's some examples. This is John Shapiro. He's a CEO and entrepreneur. He and his wife, Susan, are two of the top business consultants in the country. They're just amazing. But you can see the things that he helps people with. He's one of his cool gigs is he's worked with Mark Cuban on Shark Tanks, and he helps put proposals together for Mark Cuban that anything related to the restaurant industry. I don't know how he got that gig, but it's very, very interesting. This is Charles Humbert. He's the CEO, one of my clients of Up TV that I mentioned out in Atlanta, Georgia. But again, you can see I could have just put founder and CEO of Up TV. There's the content his team, publishes online and offline through his Up TV network. But you can see I put his top key searchable terms in here: visionary, creativity and innovation, entrepreneur, strategic planning, and operational excellence. This guy's a big hitter. And so I want to tell people who he is, what he does, and how he can help. And if there's anybody on this call, anybody who's looking for a job, I want you to call me this afternoon. I have a lot going on, but I'd be happy to help you. And I'll take a look at your brand. If you'd like to talk to me, just call me at you can go to, when you connect with me, I'll send you my phone number. You have to connect with me first on LinkedIn. But when you do, if you'd like an interview from Tony Bashar or someone on his team, Tony's been my client for 7 years, 8 years, and he's one of the top recruitment agencies in the DFW market. And I can get you a conversation with Tony. What I'll do is, if you want to talk with Tony, just send me a connection request. Say, I'd like to talk to Tony Bashara, and then I'll introduce you to Tony. Make sure that you take the initiative to send him a connection request and immediately send him your phone number and immediately try to call him. And when you call him, if he doesn't answer, call once a day until he picks up the phone and talks to you. So here's Camilla Robinson. You can see she's an instructional design analyst creating corporate training solutions for the medical industry. She nailed it. She's a trainer of trainers. She works for the medical industry. Again, tell people who you are, what you do, and how you can help. And then here's Rick Dupont. He's a brand ambassador, promotional product specialist. And he has a help statement in here that I really like, helping you get new clients. You know, he's not trying to do a big sales play on you. He goes, hey, this is how I can help you, right? I like that quite a bit. So the other thing is that your brand has to be consistent from offline to offline, you know, online to offline, offline to online. So what you tell people about who you are, what you do, and how you can help when you meet them in person, or is the same thing they need to see when they go to your LinkedIn profile. But the thing I want to tell you is that your brand also needs to be consistent from platform to platform to platform. Super, super, super important. So develop a daily routine. So here we go back into my profile, right? And let me just say this. I'm going to click on this favicon and go back to my profile here, hopefully pretty quickly. All right, and then, so here's my LinkedIn summary homepage here, hopefully, come on. Okay, so you can see across the top here, I've got home, my network, jobs, messaging, notifications. So let me just, these are some of the principles that I trained you guys on or trained the company, this group on 3 weeks ago, and I'm going to tell you the same thing. Every day you want to spend 15 to 30 minutes on LinkedIn. I would not suggest you spend more than 30 minutes, right? You should be spending most of your time networking, engaging with people, having conversations with them. But during that 15 to 30 minutes, here's some things I want you to do. I want you to like, comment, or share on 1 to 3 posts per day, okay? So I want you to like, comment, and share on 1 to 3 posts per day. So what does that mean? Let me just show you that right here. Sorry about all of that. Okay, like, comment, and share 1 to 3 posts per day. Why is that important? So you get some visibility with your first level connections. That's the whole idea, and you'll be rewarded with the algorithms when you are active on LinkedIn. The other thing, see where it says start a post right here? Once a week, I want you to go into, I want you to find your favorite blog article. Let me see if I can unselect some of these. Okay, I want you to find your favorite blog article, and let me see if I can just find one real quick here. Let me just, well, what I want to tell you is you want to start a post by clicking on start a post. You find a blog article that you like, you paste the URL right here, okay? You copy and paste the URL from that blog article that you absolutely love, paste right here, count to 3 seconds, it'll load at the very bottom here, right? You'll see the photo of the banner image that'll pop up, right? So what you want to do here is once that banner image pops up, what you want to do is delete the URL. You don't need it anymore. They can click anywhere on your copy, on your photo, and that article will pop up. You should post an article that is off of LinkedIn from another web blog site once, at the most twice a week. Why is that important? Because quite honestly, you won't find a lot of great content on LinkedIn that you can share, right? You're going to be doing a lot of commenting and liking, but there's going to be very few articles that you actually think are worthy of sharing. Why is that? Because Facebook usage is kind of going down somewhat, right? Because it's just a lot of noise, and that noise is starting to come over to LinkedIn in some respects. So what you really want to do is get rid of the noise, help contribute with some viable content that your key contacts and prospects will love. Go off of LinkedIn, get a profile, get a blog article that you really like, copy that URL, paste it right here. Talk a little bit about what this article means to you. Ask a question, if you will. Try to create engagement. Don't just simply paste it and go share, right? So show people what you're all about by liking, commenting, and sharing on 1 to 3 posts per day, and then once a week, bringing in an article, starting your own, and basically curate, which means bring in a new article off from a great blog site into LinkedIn once a week and show your stuff, right? So that's what I want you to do there. In terms of my network, you want to accept or reject all connection requests that you're getting on a daily basis. Here's one. You can see I can ignore or accept. Connect with legitimate business people. So what's a legitimate business person? Well, let's just see if Marlene is a legitimate business person. She's probably on this call. So let's just see. So does she have a profile photo? I know she does. There it is right there. Yes, she does. That's a good sign. Does she have an about section? Yes, she does. That's a great sign. And we have 13 mutual level connects that in most cases I can recognize one or two of them. So I am definitely going to roll back over here and I'm going to accept that connection request. All right. So it's super, super simple. I would click on accept and send a thank you for connecting note. The other thing is jobs. Write this down. If you're looking for a job, you should be applying for 5 to 10 jobs a week on LinkedIn, in my view, right? And it's super simple because when you go to the jobs tab, let's say if I can do this very quickly here. If you go to the jobs tab, let's just say I'm looking for a marketing director job and in the Dallas-Fort Worth market, okay. And then I'm going to search, and you can see there's lots of jobs here. Look at this, watch this. Let's see if I can find one that's going to be of very interest to you. So, okay. Promoted, there's a couple promoted ads there. There's something here, I'm hoping I can find one of very quickly. It's called Easy Apply. Let me look for a manager job. Director jobs are a little bit more difficult to find, those Easy Apply jobs. So manager. So if you haven't applied for an Easy Apply opportunity yet, do it. It takes you less than 5 seconds to apply for a job that says Easy Apply. Hopefully it'll show on here. Here it is right here. So you can see right here, here's a senior marketing strategy manager. I can click on Easy Apply, right? And I can just click on next. Within 2 clicks, I can apply for that job, okay? So the point is apply for 5 to 10 jobs per week using the jobs tab of LinkedIn. Super, super, super important. Okay, let me see if I can get back to my main screen here. 1 minute. Okay, so here's my main screen. So then the other thing is check your messages every day. And here, what I like to do is this little hamburger menu right here. See the 3 little lines right here? I click on this, right? And I click on unread. And then the only thing that's going to show up in my email stream here are those messages that are I have not read yet. So I can get rid of all the other stuff I'm waiting for some response from or something along those lines. So check all your messages on a daily basis. And then the last thing I want you to know, see that little 9 up there? You want to get rid of this red every day during those 15 to 30 minutes. But here, go to your notifications. You can see I'm having presentations. People are congratulating me. Thank you very much, and all that kind of stuff. So here you want to engage with your network. When people are saying thank you for this or that, or it's a birthday or they've got a promotion, start engaging with your folks. Again, don't spend more than 15 or 30 minutes on this, but again, you want to start checking out your notifications. So the whole idea here is on a daily basis during that 15 to 30 minutes, get rid of the red right here. Super, super, super important. Okay, so now I'm going to go right back in my presentation. And then the other thing you want to do is find, you want to connect with company pages that you want to do business with, or the other great thing is that you can follow companies that have a company page, right? Guess which department traditionally manages a LinkedIn company page, and that department name begins with an H. And if you guessed human resources, you guessed correctly. So this is Connex. I can see who works this company, my first level connects, and then I can also click on the About tab to go to their website right here. And that's where I can get a phone number and pick up the phone and call someone. So again, follow companies you want to do business with. And also, if you're looking for a job, follow companies where you want to work, right? And like, comment, and share on posts in that company page. So then here you can be active in your top groups. I'll just tell you on LinkedIn, you can have a profile, a company page, or a group. And in your groups, here's my groups, or some of my clients. Here's an example. This is MPI. Here's the big magic with groups, right? You want to stay active in your top 3 groups, right? Find 3 groups that you absolutely love. And this is one of my clients. I'm active in their group, but you can see here on the far right-hand side, I can see who's basically belongs to this group. I can also click on see all. I can do searches, and look at this. I can directly message 2nd or 3rd level connects. On LinkedIn, you typically have to connect with someone on a 1st level basis, but if you both belong to the same group, woo, magic. You can definitely connect or send a message directly to those people that you're not directly connected with. So The last thing I want to tell you is that you have to implement my 25, 15, and 10 social selling strategy. It's a gotta do, whether you're looking, you have to do whether you're looking for prospects or whether you're looking for a job. So the first thing you want to do is I'm gonna go over this. And if you reach out to me and ask me for details, I'll send you everything you need to know about, my social selling strategy. But you have to connect with me and you have to ask for it, right? But you want to send out 5 connection requests a day to your targeted prospects. Of those 25 connection requests you send out on a weekly basis, you want to connect with, your goal is to connect with 15 of those people. And then of those 15 that you connect with, here's the thing, you want to have 2 conversations a day. I call them sales conversations because you are selling yourself or your company's products or services, but you want to have 2 sales conversations a day or 10 a week. If you do that in a month's time, you will have 60 new contacts in your LinkedIn profile, and you will have had 40 sales conversations, dramatically increasing the probability of you landing a new job or you landing a new client. Super, super important. The social selling process is a 4-step process. Hang in there. We've got 4 minutes left, you guys. I'm going quickly, I know. So the social selling process, the first thing you want to do is find your prospects using Boolean operators. These Boolean operators help you reduce and refine your search results. There's 5 of them. And or not, all need to be uppercase. Open and close quotation marks go around multiple word terms, and open and close parentheses help clarify long search strings, right? So again, if you reach out to me and say, hey, send me information about Boolean searches, I'll be happy to do that. So here's an example. I'm looking for a COO or Dallas, and you can see I have a real big number that's not manageable here, almost 15,000 people, right? So what you want to do is you want to click on all filters to further refine your search. Right, you can click on second, Dallas-Fort Worth, and you can put Boolean terms search, a Boolean search string right here if you'd like. But just for sake of discussion, I'm going to look up COO. Remember, I had 15,000 before. Now I have this beautiful 765 in my results, and you can see it's a really good. There's COO in every title. That's what I was looking for, and then also Dallas-Fort Worth. So just use Boolean operators. Step 1 to refine your search. And here's someone that I can actually connect with. So here's Florence Lowe. I can click on the connect button. And here's the thing is I'm going to use, suggest that you use templates. These are pre-written messages, right, that you can send for your Boolean search or for your social selling process, right? So step 1 is you want to find your prospects, but step 2 is you want to send them a connection request, right? And so this is, I did another search. In this case, I looked for an operations recruiter in Dallas. I found Shane. I can send an email and pay money for that, or I can click on connect, and I can send him a template, which this is a template, and the idea with templates, guys, is this. You want to personalize your templates. You want to make sure that you don't just cut and paste a pre-written template. You've probably gotten a template before that says, hey, Christy, I see you have a very interesting background. I look at your profile. Let's get connected. You know darn well, Christy, that person never read your profile. But if I say, hey, Christy, I see Terry Sullivan. We both went to Texas Tech, and you're a big technology lover just like me. Let's get connected. Christy's more than likely gonna connect with me. So the point is, step 2 is to start using send a connection request, use a template to keep it real simple and short in terms of your daily routine, but personalize it. Find something of interest in their summary section that you found of importance. And maybe it's you both went to the same school, you read their blog, you met at a networking event. And the other thing is, if it's a recruiter, don't worry too much about building rapport. Just jump right in there and say, hey, I'm looking for this type of job. Let's get connected. I'll give you a call in the next day or 2. Help recruiters help you, right? So if you're trying to connect with prospects, build a little bit of rapport with your templates. If it's a recruiter, send them a connection request, tell them what you're looking for, and then pick up the phone and call them. Step 3, from this point forward, when someone sends you, connects with you, send them a thank you for connecting message, and make sure you personalize it. I like to send a thank you note with what I call a gift, right? So if attach an article that you've written or that you've read, something that person's going to find of value. Start giving to your prospects right away, just like I'm giving to you guys today. Start giving, be a servant leader, and start helping people, and you'll be surprised at how things just circle back around to help you, right? So the point is, the last thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you take your online discussion offline, right? So nothing happens until you have a conversation with somebody. And again, reach out to me. I'll send you details on my Boolean searches. I'll send you details on my templates. I'll be glad to give you templates. Just let me know if you need job seeking templates or business building templates. I'm here to help you. Just reach out to me. So step 4 is take your online discussion offline. And then lastly, track your performance. You can look at the social, the SSI score, how many people have viewed your profile, number of followers, connections. Come up with a means to judge your performance. And lastly, you can also look at your social selling index, which is really kind of cool. Mine varies from 81 to 90, depending on how active I am and how many presentations I give. So here's what we covered. You need to create a search optimized profile. Make sure you max out your skill section with 50 key searchable terms. Develop a brand that tells people who you are, what you do, and how you can help. And then use social selling, be an active LinkedIn user, just 15 to 30 minutes a day. And make sure you implement my 25, 15, and 10 social selling strategy. So please connect with me on LinkedIn. I made it right at 30 minutes. Thank you for your, thank you for any referrals you can send my way. And Christy and Susan, I'm going to turn this back over to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Terry. As always, you're fabulous. I do have a couple questions that came in, but let me just start off with just one. For the fast apply, does that send just a link to my profile? Does it send a resume?
Yeah, so, and it's called Easy Apply, Susan, and it's super cool. Easy Apply is, you see a job, it says Easy Apply, you click on it, and then a box pops up, you click on the Easy Apply button. The first time it'll say, hey, do you want to upload your resume? Say yes, right? And so you upload your resume from your hard drive, and then you click on Apply, and then it sends your interest in that position plus your resume directly to that hiring manager. You can, it was really interesting. I told my son when I helped him land his job as a scientist at a DNA lab, he just didn't. I said, you need to apply to 5 to 10 jobs a week. He went, oh my God. But I can apply for 10 jobs in less than 10 minutes using Easy Apply, right? So that's what Easy Apply is. It's all about the first time after you upload your resume the first time, Susan, you don't have to do it again. It's literally 2 clicks going forward.
Fabulous. Well, Terry, we're out of time, but thank you so much for coming back. We always learn something new. I've been to several of your presentations, and I still learn something new every time.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Susan, you've been such a great leader.
I know we are over time, but Terry, you just mentioned something in the last few minutes of this that I literally just learned the other day from another one of our fabulous partners about the social selling index. Would you mind just giving everybody a quick 1, 2, 3? How do you get to the social selling index on your LinkedIn?
Yeah. The best way to do it is right here. Here's the social selling index right here. And this is really a slick thing here, Christy. And you can say I'm a big relationship builder. I max out here. And what suffers for me is my engagement and insights and, doing a lot of searching because I find myself, being very busy with my presentations. But you can go, if you just go to, I don't remember the exact URL, but if you do a search for LinkedIn Social Selling Index, the first thing on the top will be the link that you can click on. And it really helps you determine there's 4 key measurement areas. One is your brand. It evaluates your brand. Are you connected with the right people? Are you engaging with right insights? Are you liking, commenting, and sharing on posts, that kind of thing? And then really building relationships. Are you helping others? And I absolutely love it. It varies. It goes up and down almost on a daily basis for me. But if you look up, to answer your question, Christy, if you look up Social Selling Index on LinkedIn Social Selling Index with a Google search, it'll be the first thing on top. And it's something like linkedin.com, a bunch of / SSI, score or something like that. But that's how you find it.
Perfect. So that's how you can kind of take your own self-assessment and see how you're doing. So I think that's great advice.
Yes.
And also
yes,
love the advice. I was going to also say, love the advice to make sure that you send a personal note with your connections. I think that's so important.
Yeah, so many people just click on accept, right? And the whole idea with LinkedIn, I got a call yesterday from a CEO of a company. I want to do a mass marketing initiative on LinkedIn. I said, well, great. I'll introduce you to someone that can help you with that because it's not me. LinkedIn's a networking tool. So it's all about building rapport. When you accept a connection request, whether you sent it out or they sent it to you, please, please, please always send a thank you note. And if you really want to make an impression, send a thank you note with a gift. Give them an article from the technology group that someone in the technology group has read, something that they're really going to find of value. You'll be surprised just how much giving all my big presentation gigs, I usually get from, a referral from someone who's been in one of my job-seeking presentations. So be the first to give is my motto, Christy.
All right, so thank you again. Apologize, group, that we ran over, but I hope you didn't mind. It's such great info. We will have this recorded on dfwatw.org. If you'll go to meetings and events, and then you'll click on the time of the date of the event, it will be posted later this afternoon. The recording takes a little bit to publish, but once it's published through GoToWebinar, we'll have it out there for you. So thanks again for joining us. We hope that you've been enjoying these Friday Connects sessions, and we hope to see you soon. Don't forget to register for our May 14th session to hear Paula Sabine. It'll be a virtual 1-hour session, 6 to 7, and then from 7 to 8, we'll do some live networking. So hope to see you there. Everybody have a great weekend and a happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
Thanks,
Bye.
Christy. Bye, Susan. Bye, Christy.
Mhm.
Thank you.